What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the cast where everybody gets an opportunity to probably gonna get chopped. It's the Chop Shop. Man, look, it's been a minute. I know some of y'all looking for the Cowboys cutting up. We still around, but now we bringing in more folks because the season is over for everybody. Everybody's sitting on the couch. Let me go ahead. Let's go around here so you can see what's going on. I'm Jay Stocks, the Buff Nerd. Of course, that's Big Game James. What up? The musicologist, A. Reed. I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that dude coming in, barreling in through the door like he one of the 5 heartbeats that lead singer. You know who he is. Aunt Jay.
Oh, Eddie Kane Jr. looking at what up, boy?
Oh, Eddie Kane Jr.
Hey,
Oh,
Is there a heart?
I can go.
Is
I
there a
can
heart
get
in
the
the house
jersey.
tonight?
I can go get the outfit
Nah.
and say,
What was that joint? A heart, the
Hey.
house
a heart.
of love.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
I
man.
learned.
Fellas, it's so good to see y'all again. Like I said, it's been a minute. Just real briefly, what's everybody doing? What you got going on, and just how you feeling tonight?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know,
There you go.
I ain't got nothing but work, and when I ain't working, I'm still trying to work with y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So up here indulging in these sports, indulging in life, and
That's what's up.
and blessed, man. Blessed.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Same thing, man.
Reed, now I know you working on some music, man. I've been seeing you in the lab and reading your tweets, you know what I'm saying? And I know you got some things that's coming out, still working, still in the lab. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Working on this new project right now called the Depository. That's gonna be coming out here very, very soon. Got some stuff in the works, of course. MCXP Radio is making its way back to the sound waves. So that's been good. Shout out to Big Game and T and Jill and everybody that's been helping out. So, we got those episodes out already on YouTube, and you can find that on Anchor at MCXP Radio. So it's good, man.
Awesome.
It's coming back to the forefront, man, just like I used to.
Appreciate.
Hey, there we go. Like you ain't never left. You know what I'm saying? And then
man.
and Jay has, I won't say finally, but he has made his way back.
I appreciate the invite, Jay. Everybody,
man,
thank you just for having me out, back, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
My side hustle, man, is taking care of parents, man.
There you go.
There
you go.
I don't know, man. We get old and we need somebody to take care of us when we get old. So my side hustle right now is I wish I could be beautiful like the rest of our cohorts right here, but
Hey, you are
I'm taking care of dad and mom. So I'm trying to hold it down.
That's right.
Successful marriage, family. So that's what we got going.
That's
a
up.
beautiful thing. That's what's up. Hey, man, that's a great side hustle, man. That shit. It is what it is, man. Just being able to have the capability and ability to do that is a beautiful thing. But let's go ahead and let's jump into this. I pose this question to you, gentlemen, and all those that are chatting before we get really into it. Let me make sure I do some housekeeping here. Y'all gonna come in, y'all gonna check it out. Make sure that you like, subscribe, smash that bell, right? So you know when BGE, Big Game Entertainment, comes through YouTube, Facebook, and all other streaming platforms, as well as Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your favorite podcast platforms. We are there. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. That's the big thing. Make sure that you share as well. And also chat and comment with us. We always love to see that and read that because, Game is a hater. So I just want to put that out there. So, what is shots fired on that one?
That was perfect, too. That was perfect.
Hey, I hit the wrong button. I was trying to shoot at his ass. So. Yes, sir.
Here's the first one, though. We'll talk. Super Bowl is over. As I said, season's over. But do we believe the best team deserved to win the Super Bowl? Did the best team deserve to win the Super Bowl?
Best team deserved.
That's a trick question.
It's not a trick question
because that's all relative. It depends on who you think is the best team. Of course,
who do you think
if you have two birds in one show, they're gonna say that the Eagles were the best team, but the Eagles didn't win the
deserve?
goddamn game.
I didn't say best team that won. I said team deserve.
The hell would deserve? You go win the game. What the hell deserve got to do with winning the game?
They were the two best teams at the end, so somebody deserved to win it. And
the winner, then Kansas City won that motherfucker, didn't they? They deserved
it. Some could. I mean, there's an argument there. I mean,
let me run that back. My bad. It's too early to hit an MF on the show. My bad. It's way too early.
Hey, look.
Way too
if
early.
you know me, you've been with me long enough. I'm gonna get it out of you. Some way, somehow, I'm gonna get it out of you. Okay, Big A. What say you, A. Reed? What you say, man? Did Kansas City the best team that deserved to win based on the season and the playoffs?
Best team that deserved to win. I mean, shit, they ended up winning it at the end of the day. So
yeah,
I mean, it makes them the best team, and they deserve to win it because they put in the work. At the end of the day, you still had the two best teams, which was Kansas City and Philadelphia, come together. And out of that, you're supposed to see who's the best of the best. And eventually KC won it. Now, granted, Philly had, hands down to me, I think Philly had the all-around better team. All-around better team. All-around better squad. But y'all know how the playoffs go. It's one and done, put up or shut up. Either you're going to win or you're going to lose. And it's just unfortunate that, Philly didn't win it. KC did what they needed to do. We can talk about calls all day. Refs. I mean, we can go down the line with that all day, but at the end of the day, as much as I hate to say, KC, they deserve to win it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm Cincinnati all day.
I know you natty all the way, man.
I feel Cincy should have repeated and been back into that bowl game. But that's a whole nother topic, whole nother story. But
there you go. And Jay, what say you, man?
Okay, so you say deserve to win.
Deserve to win.
I mean, so I guess there's two thoughts that I have is that every team has a storyline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're talking about who deserved to win the Super Bowl, my first thought actually was the Buffalo Bills, just because of the Hamlin and how the whole nation rallied behind this guy. But at the same time, you say deserve to win, that would be a wonderful storybook into this year in the game. It still would have had to have been Buffalo, I guess, versus Philadelphia, and that still would have been a fantastic game. You got to picture that maybe Philadelphia wins that one. But again, everybody has their story, whether it's Hamlin getting hurt, or it's Mahomes on one leg, or if it's Allen throwing these untimely picks, or is Cincinnati going to get over the hump, so to speak, because we love Cincinnati's talent. So even the Cowboys, I mean, is that going to hit the next level? So everybody's got their story, their storyline to finish. But
boy, James,
who deserves to win?
I want to bring up something for y'all.
While it's good to have you, man, glad that you're here.
You asked Aunt Jay what team deserved. He just gave us 50 scenarios, and how the hell you weasel that blue star in the scenario that had nothing to do with the question?
Everybody in the playoffs feel like that they deserve to win. Everybody has their particular story to tell.
Yeah, Tampa was gonna win that. That's like you said, the Buccaneers really would have won.
And I can add that.
If Pollard doesn't get hurt, where do the Cowboys go?
If and buts was candy and nuts, we'd all be singing Merry Christmas.
I hear you. I hear you. But if Pollard doesn't get hurt,
but he does, so we don't know what would have.
Right.
If San Francisco,
had a starting quarterback against Philly, they was gonna lose still.
They were still gonna lose that. They were still gonna lose
that. The two teams that went to the Super Bowl were supposed to. The two teams in the Super Bowl were supposed to be in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So don't hit me with this. Yes, DeMar Hamlin would have been a great story, but Josh Allen has some Dak Prescott moments.
Man,
at times.
But they didn't have a running back. That's a good point, Wallace. They didn't running back in Buffalo.
So I guess we're definitely talking about how Jay asked this question, because if we're really trying to answer the question, is who deserves it. I mean, like you said before, it definitely is up to the person answering it. Kansas City won the game, and those are the facts, right? So the best team won the Super Bowl, but he put that extra spice in there talking about deserve. Everybody's deserving. I mean, James, when he was playing in the league.
No, Carolina's not deserving.
I'm in the playoffs. I deserve to win. I done worked hard. I done made my whole life again for football.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. But let me say this, and this is coming from
being
on the sideline, going to practice, and putting in the work. You get what you earn. You know what I'm saying? You earn it by putting the work in. A lot of people, you can say this deserve. That's just like kids saying that they want 100 just because they did the work. But if you gave me all wrong answers on the motherfucking test, you're not getting 100.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You can go to work every day, but not put the extra work and go above and beyond the other team that's doing it. And then you don't deserve it because you did not go earn it and win it. At the end of the day, the teams that got there, they earned that spot. The winner deserved the game was 38-35. It's not like it was like it was a slugfest, dog.
Right, it's great.
Two bad possessions really changed the outcome of that game for the Eagles. They could make the adjustments, and then the fumble and the scoop and score.
Would you say
really changed the game, bro?
Would you say this was possibly one of the better Super Bowls in the last 10 years that you've watched or seen?
I think it was one of the better ones. Me personally,
one of the better ones. Yeah, I think, and even last year, Cincinnati, LA Rams.
No, that was a good one too.
That went down to the wire too.
Yeah, that was a good Super Bowl.
You talk about possibly one play, and Cincinnati comes up with the upset. So yeah, I think we've had two good ones in a row, man, back to back.
Yeah, and I mean, I did say better, but
back to back.
Yeah. I did say better, but but I mean, there have been in the past just some bad Super Bowls. Like, man, what is this
snooze fest?
Exactly like national championship type. You know what I'm saying? Type of games. Well,
that was the worst. That was
shout out TCU.
Worst.
Man, shout out to the Frogs.
They got there.
Yo, but I got a question. I got a question for the Cowboys fans.
Bring it to the top, man.
And Jay, big game. You was on the show with us, man, when we did MCXP in the studio, and my man T Money, man, he brought it up. So, do y'all believe that it's actually Dak, or do y'all believe that it's Kellen Moore? And then how y'all feel about Kellen Moore? Y'all switching OCs, man. Is it because we've actually heard Kurt Warner say that Dak just didn't have the right system. He didn't have the right offensive coordinating system to help him do what he needs to do. At the same time, I'm not going to give him a pass for throwing interceptions and stuff, in the game. Right. But do y'all guys feel that it's more of a Dak issue, or did y'all think that it was more of a offensive coordinator issue?
All right, so who's answering this question? Is it Jay? Is it me?
It's
both of y'all. Both of y'all.
I'm pop this in right here, man.
I'll start.
Oh, he's gonna start. All right.
Yeah, I'll start. I definitely think both had parts to play. I think Dak had more of a part to play because Dak is the one executing. The problem with Dak is that we pay him like an A+ quarterback, and he's like a B-, and it hurts us. We have no margin for error when we're talking about. Like, you have the elite of the elite. We're talking about San Francisco. We're talking about Philadelphia. We can't make any errors. Like, there can't be drop passes. There can't be holding calls. There can't be Williams offsides. Like, we got to play a perfect game in order to beat these other teams. And it's not quite like that if you turn that coin around. So I definitely think that it's always tough being a Cowboy fan, because what ends up happening is every year you sit there and they hype us up like it's the 95 Cowboys reborn.
Who hypes y'all up?
Right. That's not.
Is it fans? Is it fans? Or is it just media? Because it got to be a realistic, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I've been a Cincinnati fan forever, and I've been getting killed. And now everybody want to jump on the nuts.
Here's the thing between Cincinnati and Dallas. Cincinnati's got literally talent everywhere on the offensive side of the ball. Right. And it's not like that here in Dallas. The problem is Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, they hype us up like we're, again, 92, 93, 95 Cowboys. And there are holes all around this team. They have signed guys for way too much money with this whole, I draft them, now they're family, and now we got to keep them. It's really been just a drain. They did very well this year, but this was literally the ceiling that they had. Like they hit it.
Well,
this was the best this team could do. I think Kellen Moore's going to do a great job in LA as far as the Chargers are concerned. I think there's going to be some creativity there. And again, Kellen Moore, I think, is definitely going to help. I don't think Brian Schottenheimer is going to invent anything. He's a run-first guy from his dad. So I don't necessarily see our offense getting better. I actually think with the injury to Pollard, and we still don't have a receiver opposite Lamb, I think that we're just going to be –
part.
Yes, we're still going to be like the 9-8 Cowboys. I mean –
Stocks.
Damn. Let's see. What can I talk about here? Yeah, I think it's actually both. I think you have a combination of an OC who doesn't know how to call an NFL game properly. But then I also believe you have, again, Jay said, a quarterback who can't throw anybody open. So when you put that together, you don't have a good QB coach to help him along. Excuse me, you have an HC that's arguing with the OC. Hey, that's what you got. Will he do well in LA? Nah, I'm not seeing it. Maybe later, but nah, I'm not seeing it. Dak has got to change. My thing is this, and Aunt Jay mentioned Brian Schottenheimer, who is OC in name alone. That's all he is. Because the reality is that Mike McCarthy is going to call the plays. He's going to manage what he wants to, and everything else he's going to push over to Brian Schottenheimer. And 9-8, I could definitely see that. I can see that in this, and I'm looking at the schedule trying to figure out what's going on, and we got some tough opponents ahead of us this season.
But y'all should not do less than 12-4, maybe 11-5. But I mean, y'all don't win 2 years with Kellen Moore. Y'all went 12-4, 12-4. That's what I'm saying. So I'm
all right, cool. I'm just gonna put it up real quick.
Oh wow. Hey, just real quick, man. And Reed knows where I stand on this because I talked about it on MCXP radio with him and T. And let me say this first and foremost, man. Kellen Moore did Dak Prescott no favors at all, the way he called the offense. And even in some of the games where Dak turned the ball over, they still won the game. So it is a credit to your defense and what's done on that side of the ball. First and foremost, when Mike McCarthy came in, he was forced to keep Kellen Moore. He didn't want him as his offensive coordinator, and it showed why later on. And then the front office, you do nobody no good at all. You trade away Amari Cooper, and you don't get crap for him.
Right.
You get a 6th-round draft pick for Amari Cooper. You got CeeDee Lamb trying to do it by himself.
Right.
You set Dak up to lose.
Yeah.
And then you force the ball with Zeke up the middle, and you still don't even call it right with Pollard when he is in the game. Kellen Moore being gone is probably a blessing in disguise. He will be able to work some magic on a team that was led by a defensive coach out in LA. But the Cowboys did not help Dak Prescott at all. Now, some of the throws he forced, he's got to clean that shit up himself. But I'm telling y'all, man, the quarterback position in the NFL, once it starts going bad, dog, it is hard to get that shit out your head. It's so easy. Like, you don't throw that ball. Please don't do that. He wasn't open. That motherfucker saw something that was not there, and he threw that shit. It was a pick. He couldn't fix it. He couldn't get it out of his head. He kept forcing the ball in certain situations because he wasn't trusting the information he was getting. But like I told Reed, you had to boot him. You got to keep him moving. You got to get him to open spaces on the field to be able to throw the ball. They did not do that with him. You cannot make a halfway scrambling quarterback a pocket passer. Period.
Yeah, he's better on the move. He's better on the move. And the statistics pointed out, but also you can't have him throw a lot of pass. He's not a Tom Brady 40 pass guy. He's not The attempts you have to cut down. If you cut down the attempts, you cut down on the possibilities of interceptions, and his efficiency goes a way higher than what it is. Plus his QBR, and it actually allows the offense to run, and you have more balance, right? And when you get out of whack for that balance for this team, that's an issue. That's a big issue. So, you rely more on your defense. Here's what I'll say though. The line play this year was a lot better than expected.
Boy,
a lot better than expected.
Agreed.
Okay, on both sides of the ball.
I get you that.
I get so that helped out. But again, when you don't have separation for your receivers, that's a huge issue for a guy that waits for you to get open to throw the ball. So if you ain't gonna do that, nah. All right, we see you. You doing it. We appreciate
Bengals,
you. Okay, all right. But yeah, that's to me that's the answer to that, man. That to me, that's the answer to that. All right.
Good.
I wanted to pull this out. Here we go. So NBA. We look at Phoenix, and the question is, if Chris Paul wins it this year, are we ready to put him as a great player? Not the greatest, but a great player?
I think you can consider him. One of the greatest to play that position. I'm not gonna give him no GOAT calling, but you can give him probably one of the greatest to play that position.
Yeah,
but frankly, I don't. But I don't see it happening. I don't see him winning. I think his window of opportunity was shattered, being over there with the Clippers or whatever that. Yeah, but I don't see it happening now with Phoenix. Phoenix gave up so much to bring in Durant. So now you got Booker, you've got CP3, you've got Durant, who's coming off of injury still. You got CP3 who goes in and out of injury, and you got Devin Booker, and you still got Aiden. But after that, you have
no
nothing
depth
else.
At all.
You don't have nothing else, no depth, no bench. So that's hard for me to like. Even when they made that trade, like I was telling you, I told Big Ant, told my bro, I was like, I'm not scared of that team. I'm still not scared of that squad.
Does KD now, because he is, let's call him a team hopper, because he's a team hopper at this point. Does he now move away from the legacy of joining a great team, to win a championship? And now he's went to Brooklyn, didn't really work out there. Now he's in Phoenix. What say you on his legacy now that he's moved to Phoenix?
I think it was a bad situation all the way around of what went down in Brooklyn. I don't fault KD for wanting out of that situation. You go to team up with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie decides that y'all not gonna extend me and give me that max I want. I'm out. I want out. They trade him. You get Ben Simmons, who lost his soul against the Atlanta Hawks that year in the playoffs, and ain't been the same since.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You already said there's a lot of other people that you consider really no big names. You went there to play with one person in particular and thought that you're gonna have James Harden to help you before that trade had to happen, right?
Right.
Now that's not working out. So in this aspect, I don't really look at it as, well, y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I don't see it as chasing as much as it was when he went to Golden State. To me, I mean, he did pick the other team he thought they'd have the best chance with in the West without going back. He couldn't go back to Golden State. He wasn't going to be able to join the Lakers. So he chased a little bit, but at the same time, I'm not mad at him for wanting out of that situation because it was all bad in Brooklyn, man. He had to get out. Do you
think he should have gone back to OKC to try and win it there?
Hell no.
What did we ultimately want KD's legacy to be? I mean, my thing is because every fan is gonna have a different a difference
That's a
of
good
opinion.
question.
They're
Good
not
point.
gonna like, you know, a lot of people don't like the fact that he went to Golden State. A lot of
No.
people don't like the fact that he did the Brooklyn. A lot of people say, hey man, he should stay at OKC when he had to. I mean, but at the end of the day, like, what do we actually want his legacy to be? His legacy is going to be whatever that man created it to be, and he got his championships the way that he did it. It is what it is. I mean, you can't knock it. It's the same thing with LeBron.
Wallace is right. Wallace is right. He's still gonna be.
Yeah.
One of
If
the
he's
greatest
barring
players in the
injuries,
league.
if he could just finish out his career and don't spend too much more time on the sideline from the injuries, man, I respect KD's game enough, know what he meant to the game of basketball, and ride it thing on out, man. Like Reed made some good points when we were on his show a couple weeks ago about what Phoenix is lacking. I think he helps it, but realistically, they probably won't be better for another year until they can free up some cap space, get some bench in there, and you know. I said this the other day. A lot of people talking about Kyrie going to come to Dallas for 1 year and then go to LA. He's not going to LA. If anything, if he leaves Dallas and wants to go further out west, I believe he's going to Phoenix to team back up with KD again. I can see that happening.
But see, you know what though?
I know y'all don't.
I'm looking at KD and I'm like, when he retires, like people will talk about him a little, but they really won't talk about him until he gets into the Hall of Fame. Like they're gonna be checking for him, like, oh, remember when KD did such and such? Oh, KD this and KD that. I don't see that. Like, and games gonna hate when I say this, not like LeBron, not like Steph, not like Kyrie. They're not gonna talk about KD like that. They won't.
Jay, you was okay for a minute until you put Kyrie in there too. Kyrie gets talked about for antics off of the field court more so than his play.
Kyrie gets talked about for being himself.
Yeah.
Fine, but they're going to talk more about him than they will KD.
You really believe that?
I absolutely believe that. Absolutely believe
that's
that.
your opinion, bro. I respect.
Especially the fact that he left OKC to go to Golden State after they beat him, right?
But can you be mad at him for leaving? Can you be mad at him for leaving OKC? You don't keep the pieces together.
I can't be mad.
Harden's
I can't
gone.
Be mad for him.
Westbrook is still there, overshooting, playing the
where
ball,
you go,
building nothing around him. He had to leave, dog. And this is my thing.
I can't get mad at that.
Don't hate the athlete for dipping. There's no loyalty, man. Y'all,
I'm not mad at him for leaving.
They dropped the loyalty. They stopped being loyal a long time ago. Long time ago.
Are we mad? Are we mad at the fact that he left and went to a better team with him and not with LeBron? Is that what it is?
No, I'm not mad at all.
Are you asking about somebody being mad?
So what's up? Yeehaw, cowboy up here. Yeah, I'll give it to you, man.
I mean, you gotta say that like you believe it next time. If you're gonna put it up there and say it, you gotta say it like no, you didn't. You said
I ain't trying to blast people out.
I hear you, Wallace.
Don't tell me how to do it, buckaroo, or whatever y'all say down there. Pirate up. I don't know what y'all do.
Fire the cannons, raise the flags, man. Come on, we don't do that cowboy up, yippee-ki-yay.
I don't know what y'all do. Like buckaroo or buckaroo up, or I don't know. Okay, he will make Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yes,
he's gonna play because yes. Like I said, he's gonna make this. Wow, he will make Hall of Fame. But until he does, is anyone really gonna be checking for him? Like, man, KD, he was this and he was that. Blah 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 blah. No.
He's already somewhat solidified his legacy as one of the best guys that can play the game. A healthy KD can kill a lot of dudes in the NBA.
You see how you say that?
A healthy KD. But I mean, we've seen his career. We've seen his career.
You know about LeBron too.
Yeah.
He after he got
LeBron
the record,
has 20 years in, bro.
Okay, but after he got the record, he went and sat his ass down. Then he jammed his pinky finger at the goddamn All-Star weekend. We might not see him again for 5 weeks.
20, man, come on, really? When was the last time you seen KD in a season? A whole season? When? I'll wait.
If you're gonna talk about injuries now, that's everybody. Everybody gets nicked. Everybody gets hurt. Whether it's Steph, Clay, Giannis,
Knicks,
Paul George,
but dude was out for a month.
Right, but I guess that's what I'm trying to say. The days of of dudes playing 82 straight, man, that's out the door with AC Green, man.
Dude,
The NBA is soft.
How about 41?
NJ called it.
41. Just
Man,
play 41 of them.
Now he just half. That's all he need, dog, and he'll be okay.
Show me a season where he's done.
Jay, I'm not gonna
yo,
go back and forth
David,
about LeBron and that, but I'm just saying the whole load management thing in the NBA is ridiculous now.
Look,
they've been making a
what it
big
is now.
deal about that, man. How do y'all feel? They've been making a big deal about this load management.
I hate
and
it,
I understand both
hate
sides.
it.
I understand both sides, man.
Okay, but Reed,
Huh?
go ahead. I mean, you're a little bit younger than me, but you just go back to a player that you really looked up to prior to like the 20. Shut up, Jay Stoggs. the 2000s and stuff. Just if you take it back, dude, these players played back then in the 90s, in the 80s, and they play. The hell with times. The athletes are bigger, faster, and stronger, and they sitting out more games.
But look,
What
man,
is that?
it's like this. It's like this. When you drive a BMW, right? It's fine-tuned. It's a wonderful vehicle. But when that sucker breaks, it breaks bad. It don't come back the next day like a Toyota, right? Like something like that, like a Hyundai. Like you can just hit it with a hammer, and that bad boy gonna start right back up. Okay, that BMW, that Mercedes Benz, is well tuned. Okay, so that means if something breaks on it, because we keep seeing this with a lot of quote unquote elite players, right?
Okay,
Zion, Anthony Davis. All these guys, young players.
Okay, but you got a regular work schedule at your job, right?
Yeah.
Same thing for them. They getting paid millions of some odd dollars. They got a work schedule. It's their job. It's their job to go out there and ball. It's their job to be out there and practice. It's their job to be out there and perform.
Mental health day, man. I'm okay with low
mental health day.
Look.
We can understand that if people got personal stuff going on, but
I don't like load management because if I pay my money to come see you, you need to be there. I don't need to see you in street clothes.
And that's the biggest thing right there.
And that's it. Other than that, hey, I get it. But I would like to know, hey, he's not playing this game, so
you get
I don't
money
have
back.
to pay my money.
Or can you get or they need to allow fans to get refunds for them games players stand out of them. Give me a rain check to come back to another game.
Ooh,
that's not gonna happen.
That's not.
I know it ain't gonna happen, but I need something because.
But I say, let me know when you're not playing.
The man, it had this up. I forget what Lebanon James was going. Dude takes off work, gets money for him and his son. Mm-hmm. They go to the arena just to find out that LeBron ain't playing. It's bullshit to me, bro.
Yeah,
it's bull.
Yeah.
Because not everyone has the paper to just go to games. They don't have season tickets. Yeah. I'll get to see him again. Yeah. This was supposed to be a life-altering moment in memory for him and his son to see LeBron James, and he decided to sit, in his street clothes, the version of Anthony Davis with some glasses on, and chill out.
Yeah.
This load management got to go, bro. It's for the birds.
Well, it's probably going to be addressed in the next CBA because I know – obviously, the owners don't like it. The fans don't like it. It's got to be something that's got to be, agreed on. I don't know. Maybe if you say percentage of play means percentage of dollars deducted, but you're right. I mean, it's a hot button topic right now, and there's got to be a way that both sides, the players and the owners, can agree that we need way more Black Mamba and no more Ben Simmons. Like, it's got to be some type of a healthy compromise to where we can get that dog back in the players.
Right. Good job, man. I appreciate that, man, on that one. That was a good point, bro. Now, everybody, if anybody that's watching, don't think that I'm just a big black angry man, this hostile, because
big and black.
If a player is hurt, it's a difference. Right. It's a difference. If you're really hurt and cannot play, I understand that. But like people like, man, LeBron James didn't even play after he broke the record. He had the Super Bowl. I said, y'all surprised? He always wears popping off. That's what he do.
Don't you want to go to the Super? I mean, but what was it?
I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying.
Green was talking about he was going to take off so he could watch LeBron break the record.
Hey, my whole thing is, if you're injured, I understand it. If you hurt, put some dirt and some spin on that and go play, and you'll be okay. This load management stuff has got to go because you're killing folk, man.
I can't say I don't disagree.
I think that's just a tough one. On both sides, I agree with Reed. I can see both. Hey, look, if I play 82 games, and again, this is just different. It's just different now. It's a different type of basketball, different brand of basketball, and you don't see half court sets a lot. So they running and gunning.
And what kind of gets you is like what Big Game was saying. When you look back at the era of like Jordan and them,
yeah.
I mean, when they had some real fouls,
yeah,
right,
really getting hit and elbows and stuff, and Jordan still went out there and played 82 games, including playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Compared to these guys now, that like I said, the league is very, very soft. No hand checking, none of that stuff. They, eliminated a lot of that stuff, and these guys are they taking weeks off just for a stub toe, man. Just
about weeks, but they're definitely taking off, and it's noticeable. And I think that's the thing is that we didn't notice them taking off, and it may have been a game or two. Definitely not a big game. They definitely wouldn't take off big games. But you may see Larry Bird. Well, no, probably not Larry Bird. It's very few that you would see. But man, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Let's see what Wallace is saying. I can see if the player's injured, don't play. But if they're healthy, they should be playing, not giving them a fake injury to sit out. Yeah, there's that. Keeping in the NBA. So some moves have been made, like we talked about on Big Game Sports Buzz and all around. LA signed Russell Westbrook. But my real question for the Clippers and Clipper fans and people that follow NBA, have we given Kawhi a pass because he hasn't done anything since he left Toronto?
Well, I mean, he's got to play. He's got to play. That the fact that he's not playing, we have to press that pause button on him because we got to see what he can do. What do you mean why? I mean, we literally just got finished talking about load management, and Kawhi is the face of load management. He's got to play. I have no problem keeping him. I have no problem keeping him elite because that's who he is. Now, does he play 40 games in a year? Yes. But it just doesn't make him not elite.
How is he elite?
What do you mean how? He's a great two-way player. He's an NBA champion. He's the
he got like 2 or 3.
He's got what, 2, right?
He's got one at least from the Spurs.
Well, he got one with Toronto and one in San Antonio.
He got 2.
So, I mean, I guess my question now to you, Jay, is this. Durant is still elite, and he's still one of the great ones in the game. Why can't we catalog Kawhi as the same? I mean, we still got guys
KD is still the great in the game right now.
What?
KD is not one of the greats in the game right now.
You would do a backflip if KD said he was coming to Dallas to play with the Mavericks.
Y'all heard that.
You would. Y'all heard
you would. That
Hell,
ain't right,
I would.
Jay. That ain't right.
I would.
When I say that's right, I'm not saying that's unfair. What I'm saying is that's inaccurate, sir.
How is that inaccurate?
You really try to tell me the KD is not elite? Like
right now. Do this for me because you're a stat guy too. That's why I like you. Tell me the last time he has a playoff series win, and I'll wait.
Dude, we talking about numbers at this point.
See, here we go. 8, here we go.
And like 5. What are you talking about?
Here we go with this.
So you saying is okay?
Tell me the last time he had a playoff series win.
You. So when you talking about like a veteran like Drew Holiday, who has been in the playoffs for a whole lot.
Drew Holiday is not KD. Don't you do that.
You just got finished saying that. When was the last time
you're comparing Drew Holiday to KD?
So Drew Holiday, then, in your definition,
Are we comparing Drew Holiday to KD? Is that what we're doing?
Didn't you just say?
I'm just asking.
And I'm answering you. Didn't we? You
That doesn't
just
sound
say
like a yes or a no.
Don't let him mess with you, Jay. Don't let him mess with you.
hey, Reed, big game.
Nah,
I mean, y'all can take it because
Don't
I'm
let him mess
literally
with you,
going
bro.
by his logic, and then he won't let me respond. So either he's illogical or he's impatient. I don't know which one it is, but I'm trying to teach him.
Are you
that's the problem when
comparing?
you try to talk to folk and they have their own little language, and you try to change to match their language.
Is Drew Holiday?
He don't want to act right. So
you're saying Drew Holiday is on the same level as KD? That's all I'm asking.
Shut up, big guy. You know.
That's all I'm asking. Go ahead.
Whoa. Hold on. Who just said is Drew Holiday on the same level as Kevin Durant? Did I hear that right?
Aunt Jay.
Hey, Ant, don't let him frustrate you. It's a shot, baby.
That's what he do. This my brother.
Pull your point. Hey, he does it on purpose. Like he trying to make me cuss every show.
He say some
he
wild
does it on
stuff.
purpose. He does.
And then when somebody try to check him, then he automatically try to like sit there and interrupt you when you trying to use his logic against him.
Thank you. Kawhi is not. You don't get a pass.
KD is still considered an elite player.
I think so too.
I guarantee you about 90% of NBA fans will sit there and tell you that KD is still.
And they will buy a ticket to go see Kevin Durant.
They will buy a ticket to go see KD.
Whether you say they talk about him or not, Jay Stoggs, they're buying a ticket.
Hell, I wanted to buy a ticket for this Suns game.
If he's healthy.
Because you want to see him in a hoodie, right?
No, I want to see KD play.
Go ahead, NJ. Go and prove your point about Drew Holiday.
Dropping bombs, fool. He's just throwing them out there at him.
Just KD and Drew Holiday. I'm waiting, man. This is gonna be good. I know it.
Okay. So did you or did you not just say that in order for you to be elite, you have to win playoff games? Is that correct?
No. I asked you how many has he won?
Historically?
Right.
Okay, sure. How many?
Man, I don't know, dog. I gotta look at freaking stats are us to figure that out.
Since he's left.
You mean since he left Golden State? Okay.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
How many playoff series has he won since he left Golden State?
Yes.
None.
No, he won one in Brooklyn.
They lost first round against Boston that year, I think it was.
He won one in Brooklyn. That was it. Because I remember second round. A lot of ESPN
okay, my bad.
He had one playoff series win to show for it.
My bad. I stand corrected then.
No, you good, but it still doesn't
like
Jay's logic don't fly. Like KD is still elite. Like Kawhi is still elite. Like there is.
I heard you, Buff Nerd. I
really don't feel like Jay even has an argument to stand on. So okay, so. In your terms, then, since we talking about playoff wins, is Jokic elite? You know, the 2-time MVP about to be 3?
That's a good question. Do I think he's elite? Not on the status that everyone is putting him on. No.
So are you saying
he's not deserving of the MVP?
Okay, so check this out, Jay.
It's his story, not his play, if you ask me.
You got 3. Let me see if I can get my little you got 3 cats in the NBA who have ever won 3 back-to-back MVPs. Larry Bird, Bill Russell, and Wilt effing Chamberlain. And Jokic in 2021, 22, and about to be 23 is about to be a triple-time MVP. And you gonna tell me because he doesn't have, I guess, rings or series wins that he's not elite?
Are you telling me he's deserving of all 3 of those? I'll give him 1, but not all 3.
Gentlemen,
ain't no way.
I need y'all to take
There's
over.
no way.
There's
no way. All 3. You can't sit here. You're going to tell me that he's deserving of all 3?
Wow. Dude, he is young. Right. Arvydas Sabonis. What are you talking about? The dude is great.
Jokic is a monster, though.
Right. But according to Jay's thinking, you have to have series wins.
I mean, it's
elite.
So you telling me
is Denver
even
remotely
Giannis? No. No, Giannis, no, he's not deserving. That's what you're telling me.
Giannis is
Giannis
deserving.
Giannis is deserving.
You're telling me Jokic.
Giannis was deserving
Wait.
last year again too.
No, you're telling me Jokic is better than Giannis. Is that what you're telling me?
It's most valuable.
I don't think those
player.
words came out the mouth though. Dog.
I'm asking though. I'm putting a player who I think is deserving against a player who he believes is deserving or at least won the award. So now I'm asking that question. Do you believe Jokic is better than Giannis or more deserving? That's all I'm asking. You said most valuable player.
Yes. Emphatically.
And that could be an argument on both ways. If you look at both players, man, if you take Jokic off of Denver's not the same. If you take Giannis out of Milwaukee, Milwaukee's not the same.
Facts.
Giannis was literally the face of the league. He's got a movie. Giannis got a movie. Jokic ain't got no movie.
That's a damn Disney movie. They working on. They working on
It's
the Joker
still
shit
a
right
movie.
now.
They ain't working on nothing for Jokic.
Ukrainian Disney Plus. There it is.
Hey, he got a movie. It's just not over here.
Yeah, we got to use one of them region locators to get the Jokic one.
Wallace, what are we doing?
Lots of people have movies. That doesn't mean they deserve it.
Kurt Warner got one.
The gender.
Y'all, this is my wife right here. Shout out to Mrs. Ann.
How you doing?
Yeah, and she's a Nuggets fan and all of that, but still, Giannis.
All right, I'm
unbelievable.
Buttons. Y'all got me tripping over here, man.
Unbelievable.
My bad.
Oh, and the real question was Kawhi, right? Kawhi is getting a pass, in my opinion.
I don't think he gets. I think Kawhi has to get the Clippers out of the first round of the playoffs this year, or his status will be diminished a little bit. That's my opinion.
Gets a pass?
Even getting him out of the first
Paul
round of the
George.
playoffs ain't gonna mean nothing, man.
So what you think, Reed? You think he got to get to the conference championship or the finals?
Oh, man, this look, he's got to get them damn sure close. Because what did he go down there for?
Yeah, you're right.
So he's got to get them. He's got to get them damn sure close.
Does Westbrook help that team do that?
No. Look, man, but see, I'm not a person that's gonna slap Westbrook down. I think Westbrook is still a viable asset to a squad that needs a guy that can handle the ball, that's not afraid to take the shots and what it's just he's just not the most consistent guy when it comes to shooting and stuff like that. And you know, I think Westbrook's best days was when he was playing in Washington. I think when he was in Washington, I think he should have stayed over there in Washington. I think that was a good look for him.
Helping, man.
Yeah,
but he had some. That's when
they got him to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that was some of his. Well, besides OKC, besides the time in OKC as well, but
early on,
he put him in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Westbrook put Washington in the playoffs.
But that's what I'm
saying.
And
isn't that what that matters, NJ? Playoffs, not regular season.
I feel you, man. Just my whole thing is,
come on, Ed, snap out of it, man. You let Jay get to you, dog. Don't do that, man.
Big man, you gotta understand, man. We've been doing this since doggone 13 years old. This joker right here always gets my goat spewing nonsense, right?
Nonsense. Facts.
My whole brother, that is a straight up opinion that you bringing it to the doggone show. All I know is, man, it's a lot of parity in the league, and it's a lot of elite people on these teams. So we're just gonna have to duke it out the only way we know, which is you play and you out hoop the other team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Completely agree.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. We gonna see if it's gonna be Bucks versus Nuggets, or we gonna see if it's gonna be the Celtics versus the Suns. Either way, we're gonna get some great basketball.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely the Celtics. Ain't no one else to me is coming out of the East.
Milwaukee can still come out the East.
It's great parody, sir. Listen to what I just said. Your boy is preaching right here.
I heard what you said.
Great parody along the league.
Well, I'm not gonna give all my dollars. I'll give you an offering, but not my tithe. Look here, man.
That's fine, as long as it's a contribution.
Well, hey, I'm gonna give you that, but like I said, I'm gonna give you 10%. It's Ash Wednesday. Let's go. Look, what I'm gonna tell you is this, man. Milwaukee's a good team, but something has happened. Injuries and just getting older and all of that, and maybe the league figuring them out. But Boston, to me, is just on that tear, and they're hungrier to me than anyone else in the East.
Damn nice, yeah. Boston
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
Jason Tatum playing like a crazy.
They are figuring it out with them, within themselves, and getting all the toxicity of everything else behind them. That's a squad. To me, Boston is more of a squad than anybody else, right? And they got a leader that's wanting to lead the squad. Nobody complaining about that. You look around the other part of the leagues, everybody complaining, hey, we do this and they do that, and they can't do this and they can't do that. Right? So that's the East. The fun part to me is the West. Because like you said, there is parity, but until I see somebody really beat up on Golden State and they're healthy, which they will
Golden
figure
State
it out.
been getting beaten up on all year.
But listen, we said that last year. They out, they done. Clay is over, whatever. Wiggins and Poole showed up. They back. And Klay Thompson has finally figured out how to shoot the ball again. He's getting over that injury. To me, that's the West. Everyone, and yes, I understand they're not where they are or where they need to be, but because I don't trust Ja Morant and the Grizzlies.
So what about the Mavs, bro?
You can't trust Ja. He got people that like drag queens on his team.
See, here we go with this.
I missed this one. Oh,
you never heard the rumors about Dillon Brooks messing with transgender people.
I know I don't like Dillon Brooks.
Oh. All right. So anyway, I don't trust.
My bad.
Why he going for everybody's sack when he on the ground?
I don't
like that's why he nut punching. He like the ball.
I'm praying it ain't true.
Sorry, Jay.
Off the rails. Just
wow.
The words and thoughts of Big Game James do not reflect the overall opinion
at
of
all.
Big Game Entertainment or Big
We
Game
know
Sports.
who was in the Range Rover with the boy.
Thank you. They got shooters and a bench. They sure do. Boston does. But yeah, out of the West, Sacktown will be gone. I don't trust the Grizzlies. Denver, maybe, but they are who they are. They'll have a 3-time MVP that won't go anywhere again, right? Reed, you talk about the Mavs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they got to figure that out, man. They got to figure that out.
I think that's more or less defense. I think it's more. I'm trying to figure out what Kid is doing. If Wood doesn't want to resign, then use the fuck out of him. I'm sorry for cussing, but use his ass up.
Yeah.
If he don't want to resign, just use his ass up for the end of the season. I think Kawhi coming in has shown a spark plug to some of those guys. Shout out to Josh Green.
Oh man,
definitely been balling. So I think it's defense, man. Defense gotta come correct. I wanted Dallas to at least pick up a big game, like when they was doing the free agency and stuff, like Mo Bamba. I would have loved something like that.
Yeah, that man
You know
came
what
up
I'm
a couple times.
Yeah, man. Just
Would've been a good pickup.
just a young big or somebody that that you could do that pick and roll off all day. And I think they just got to figure out between Kyrie and Luka. I understand it's Luka squad.
That's that point.
But between both of them, both of y'all can end the game at the last second. So it really shouldn't matter who shoots it, even though I understand you may want Luka to do it, but shit, I don't have no qualms of Kyrie shooting the bit at the end of the
Make
game.
the best basketball play.
Just the best play for me. That's all I'm asking. And I think Kyrie resigns, man. I think Kyrie resigns.
I think so.
Well, the Mavericks were able to give him the most amount of money, so that's another incentive for him to stay here. Now, if he signs long term, you gotta watch those Kyrie-isms, bobbing their head. So,
I don't think he's gonna have that issue down here. You got to look at the markets in New. If he goes to New York, and T. Jones said it, New York and LA is almost like the same kind of media base.
Oh yeah,
that's why he's going to Phoenix.
Well, maybe he can go to Phoenix, but even if he stays down here in Dallas, we're really not going to bother him like that. We can care less what the hell he does.
Yo, what is that? No state income tax?
No state income tax? Come on,
that's
bro.
a couple million more.
Come on, bro.
I'm going to say my little speech on the Mavericks. I'm done. Hawks fired Nate McMillan. I would love the Nate McMillan to come here to teach these boys how to play defense.
That'll be lovely.
Short of that, kid can add to his staff.
Don't be trying to go take our old coaches to building y'all shit.
Stop it. Y'all didn't want him. He gone. Now you upset.
Hey, this is what I don't like about certain situations in the NBA sometimes. When they made the playoffs a couple years ago and had the success they did, right. Nate McMillan was the truth and the great guy, the great answer. Things didn't work out last season, and this season things are rough between him and his star player. And then now all of a sudden he's not right for us anymore. Man, NBA owners got to fix this shit. Find the right man. Let them run the team that they want to, and quit letting the stars take the reins and run the team.
But they got to find a scapegoat.
Well, people come to see the stars. What do we talk about? Load management. People don't come to see Nate McMillan. Everybody come to see a coach.
But if he put them in the situation,
you know who we come to see?
Fans don't know shit.
You're right. We don't. What we know is what we see on the court. I see Kyrie and Luka. That's what I want to see. I don't care about no Jason Kidd.
The players generate the money. It ain't the coaches. So
I see Trae Young on the court.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. I don't care about no Nate McMillan.
If Trae Young goes in there and he's like, "Look, I don't like Nate. Y'all need to get him out of here."
Nate gone.
He's
Nate
gone.
is gone.
It's the same thing Luka did when he came here and still had Carlisle. He told, "Yo, look, you can keep Carlisle if you want. I will not be no Maverick if you keep him."
And that's that on that.
Carlisle's gone.
Listen, coaches don't hit the cap. Okay. When you cut, you gone. I don't have to keep paying you until the contract is over when it comes to coaches.
No, that contract is guaranteed. They just don't kind of get your team salary cap.
Well,
that's
okay.
They get fired and get paid.
There you go. So, I mean, yes, I'm getting rid of the coach and I'm keeping the player. If the player say I don't like him, he gone. He's gone. I'm not finna. I'm going to cut Trae Young because I like Nate McMillan.
Hell no.
Yeah, they weren't. Hey, look.
Good point.
If they're not going to play for your coach, you got to get rid of the coach.
Man,
you can't get rid of your team.
I'm not mad at the Hawks making a move they needed to make. This is just a lot more to it that needs to be fixed. They shouldn't let Kevin Huerter go. They did. They kept John Collins where they overpaid him before they needed to, eating up too much cap space. Don't really have whatever, man.
He on the trade block every year.
Every year and don't go nowhere because ain't nobody else taking that dumbass contract they gave him.
The playoffs, the contract's too big. The contract's too big. So I mean that's what it is, man. Hey, look, the West will be fun to watch. KD is still elite. But he need to stop being hurt.
Oh, now he elite. Now that you got them messing with NJ, he elite now.
Oh, really?
Elite-ish. Elite-ish. I wouldn't want him on the Mavericks though. I wouldn't.
What? You smoker. You smoker. Stop that.
Are you serious?
Stop that.
Why would we want him on the Mavericks?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was Dwight Powell that important to you? Was Maxi Kleber?
So stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Was Tim Hardaway Jr. so important to you was Davis Bertans and his trash contract that much better than KD?
I'd rather
Stop.
have Kyrie than KD.
Stop. If Mavs was able to have Luka, Kyrie, and they was able to add KD, you mean to tell me you wouldn't get them?
Yeah, bring him off the bench.
Shenanigans.
It's the wrong answer, son.
Listen, man, he gonna give you 41
how you
games.
He
41
games. Shock
games.
value. That's the
No,
thing.
it's not.
He
It's
say
not.
stuff
It's 41
for shock
games, though.
value. It
The
is
problem-
incorrect, sir.
Who in their
The
right mind
problem
is bringing
is
KD off the
for-
bench?
41.
A
Well, no,
healthy
you're gonna
KD.
bring him off the bench. The only problem is again is that you have 41 games out of this guy. You're not getting a full season, and you may not even get a full playoffs.
You trying to treat him like Carmelo?
Well, if you act like Carmelo, I'm gonna treat you like Carmelo.
James, when you gonna end this show, man? Because
Has that not been the
Yeah.
case?
It's
Did I
crazy.
miss something? Did I miss something throughout these seasons that he hasn't completed? Well, whatever.
You got your opinions, man.
Hey, look. Thank you for joining us on the Chop Shop. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash the bell. We love it when you come
Wow.
through the shop. It's been fun per the usual. Make sure that you can also check us out on your favorite streaming podcast platforms, such as Amazon, Apple Plus, as well as Spotify. Yo, fellas, it's been fun.
Hey man, it's been way too long, way
Yeah.
too long
Way
since
too
we
long.
did this. We got to get back in the rhythm of doing this, man. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
we're
Jay,
doing.
you all right, man?
man, that's all, man. Just I can't.
Yo.
believe- as smart as you are, I can't.
Don't
I'm
let him.
smart.
Don't let him get to you. Never let him get
Yeah,
to
man.
you.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you know that old commercial back in the day? Never let them see you sweat.
I got
Y'all
you.
fellas appreciate you. He about to turn it off. Shut
Yeah,
it down.
I got you. Right. Never let him.
Speed stick. Why do you have speed stick, bro?
Isn't that what the deodorant commercial?
Yeah, never let them
Yeah.
see you sweat, baby.
Man, hit that outro.
Any